So what we advocate, to be specific for some of the more technically proficient members of the audience, General Public License version 3, open source software systems, and we discussed earlier some of the benefits or detriments, depending on what side of the fence you're on, regarding commercial off-the-shelf hardware. So the idea is to create secure, efficient, less expensive systems and to share that information nationally. I had the great pleasure of spending some time with a very close Secretary of State to your state, Secretary Bill Gardner of New Hampshire, and he's leading the country right now toward these open source systems. He's implemented the front half of a proper open source system, which is the disabilities components as well as the voter interface. So we do have a state right now that has taken the lead, and the other states appreciate that because nobody wants to be the first to do anything. So we're pushing for California to be progressive on this and to displace the lobbyist efforts and move forward toward what we consider to be, and I think it is scientifically concluded, that if you're going to conduct a proper election and have proper election systems, you don't want a black box, that security by obscurity is a failed concept, and it would be ideal, not that it's a panacea, but certainly it would be preferable, per the DoD and others, to have as a starting point an open source foundation. So that is just something to think about, and there are and have been efforts for a decade plus to move the country toward open source systems. Unfortunately, there is a certain business as usual mentality within the country, and we want to override that. And now that we've suffered this particular national security crisis, which we've been warning about, by the way, for over a decade, now I think we're reaching a point where everyone will stipulate it's time to move forward, and we can't allow vendors or vested interests in business, Microsoft, anybody, to get in the way of providing these solution systems. So the technology is available, it's just a matter of political will. And to conclude, the idea is, yes, certainly right now, I think if you look on YouTube, Ed Felton, who is chairing this issue for the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy under Dr. Holdren, it is apparent that the current systems are not where they need to be. We need to replace them, and the sooner we do that and educate the public officials as to new systems, the better off we'll be.